I'm seeing in online groups are white men who seem to think that just because they're white, they're somehow golden.
Welcome to the Swirl World podcast, brought to you by theswirlworld.com. We're here to help you navigate the exciting world of interracial relationships. Whether you're new to swirling or you've been involved in interracial relationships for a long time, this is the podcast for you. We promise to entertain, inform, inspire, and encourage you to live your best life as a swirler. So here are your hosts, Michelle Matthews Calloway and Adrian London Leach.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Swirl World podcast. This is your co-host, Michelle Matthews Calloway. On the podcast, our goal is to entertain, inform, inspire, and educate men and women who are interested in interracial and intercultural relationships. One of the things we're going to do with the podcast is from time to time share our observations on life, love, and swirling. There are a lot of things going on in the cybersphere and in the blogosphere concerning interracial dating and marriage. And we see a lot of behaviors exhibited by people in different forums, on different websites, and just around the web in general. And not only on the web, but in real life. The Swirl World has a website, Facebook page, podcast, and also a closed group that we formed when we launched the podcast in June. Sometimes there are things that stand out to us, things we notice that people say and people do, and occasionally there seems to be a pattern that emerges in the behaviors of some individuals. Something that I noticed in the group this week was so noteworthy that I felt like I needed to do a podcast on the subject. And that is the attitude among some white men who mistakenly seem to believe that they're golden. Not. I just want to give a word of warning to Black women who are interested in interracial dating. Please don't view white men as your savior or white men as your end-all to the relationship quest. White men are not any more golden than any other kind of man. Any man you're interested in dating, you're going to have to vet. You're going to have to get to know. You're going to have to understand where this man is coming from and if he values you as a person. Something that I'm seeing in online groups are white men who seem to think that just because they're white, they're somehow golden. They think that their points of view should be readily accepted, that anything they say should be taken as the gospel, and that Black women should just, in a sense, roll out the red carpet for them because, oh my gosh, they're white and they're interested in Black women. Black woman, no. Don't fall for that okey-doke. Don't fall for, well, he's interested in me, so let me see, if we can make this happen or if we can work things out, and never mind that his views get on my nerves. No. Just like you wouldn't overlook views that were contrary to yours in other ethnic or racial groups, don't overlook them just because a man is white. First of all, you have to really know who you are. What are your standards? What are your values? What do you care about? What are your views? How do you see the world? What is your opinion on politics, religion, cultural affairs? What's your worldview? When you really know yourself, it's very easy for you to understand if your worldview, your morals, or even your values are in alignment with someone else's. It's easier for you to pick up on, no, I don't agree with that. Or, yes, I really do see what you're saying. Yes, I really do understand your point of view. Don't accept something that you really don't agree with. And don't let someone push their point of view on you just because of their racial makeup. We had a guy in the group who expressed some opinions on a topic we were discussing and just flew into a hissy conniption fit just because we didn't agree with him. And he made a lot of comments about how, you guys have a certain agenda and you really don't, I know you don't agree with where I'm coming from and I'm really questioning whether this group is for me. And we were like, seriously? Are you not to be disagreed with? What's up with that? I'd like to add that his behavior wasn't a one-time thing. We had begun to notice a pattern because we'd seen this guy respond in the same way on some other posts that had been made in the group. He just couldn't seem to handle the fact that we disagreed with him on some topics. He couldn't seem to accept the opinions of others unless they agreed with his own. Sure, we like people to agree with us. We like people to understand where we're coming from. And of course, who doesn't want to be around like-minded people? But in the real world, people come from different backgrounds, have different experiences, and different perspectives. Everyone is not going to see politics, religion, race, and culture this exact same way that you do. And you know what? That's okay. Be wary of someone who expects you to walk lockstep with them. And even worse, expects you to just readily appreciate and accept their point of view just because of their race or ethnicity. This guy was not golden, but he certainly couldn't see where he wasn't. Just want to say, look out for men who are like that. Be very mindful of men who can't be disagreed with or who think you should just readily accept everything that comes out of their mouth. And I know this may seem like basic information, but you'd be surprised at some of the things that we see online, women co-signing statements that they know they don't agree with, that in previous posts they may have shared a different opinion. Sure, it's okay to have your mind enlarged or your view expanded. I'm all for personal growth and enrichment. But don't sell yourself short and don't sell your own mindset out just to be in agreement with someone else, particularly a white guy who's trying to impress you, or worse yet, you're trying to impress. Don't do that. And you know, that's really sad. What's even sadder is when a person doesn't really understand who they are and when they accept all kinds of bad behavior just because it's coming from someone of a different race or ethnicity. Bad behavior is bad behavior, period. No one, me, you, or anyone else, is golden when we don't treat people with respect, when we don't respect others' views, others' opinions, and others' perspectives. No one who disrespects you is golden. And when you disrespect others, you're not golden either. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and close with this point. Don't lose sight of who you are. You, Black woman, are a woman of beauty, a woman of value, and a woman of great worth. Your views are important. Who you are is important. What you think is important. No, all white men are not golden. Only the ones that have been properly vetted and recognize that the real goldenness is in you first. I want you to think about that. Till next time, remember, life is better in the swirl world. Keep swirling.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. We invite you to join our Facebook community and read the blog, theswirlworld.com. Until next time, keep swirling, and remember, life is better in the swirl world.
Endless passion for interracial love.
Find us on Facebook.
Facebook.com/The Swirl World.
The Swirl World. Swirling as it should be.